on E2. Jared Leto takes in the Montreal culture while shooting his latest film, Mr. Nobody.
Learning French, just like cinema French.
And we're counting down some of the scariest movies ever made just in time for Halloween.
Jack Nicholson in The Shining is a monster.
Plus, Hamilton, Ontario welcomes home their very own idol, Brian Mello.
No dances. We're old school. We just sit on a stool and play.
Get ready for it. This is E2. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm Anna Sizon. You're watching E2. We're hanging out here at Screamers in Toronto. Now, Halloween and horror movies go hand in hand, but with so many films out there to choose from, how do you know which ones are worth the next 2 hours of your life? We're counting down the best and worst horror movies ever. Then Canadian Idol Brian Mello does his best to scare up a win for his hometown team, the Hamilton Bulldogs, as he hits center ice at the Dog Pound to sing the national anthem. But first, it's the choices we make in everyday life that affects the rest of our future. Jared Leto's on the set in Montreal of his latest flick, Mr. Nobody.
This is my lunch breaks, maybe. There's my bag lunch.
We caught Jared Leto on the Quebec set of his latest movie, Mr. Nobody, and I bet it won't be the last time he's in town.
Montreal is very special. I love this city. I mean, I think it's been incredible to shoot here, and I've been saying since I've been here, I hope I get to come back and make another film. It's like the perfect place to make a movie. It's funny, I said to a friend of mine that I could see myself living here. I love this area down here. All the old buildings, the architecture is beautiful, and the food's great. The people are really kind. The weather's been beautiful since we've shot here, and I don't know, I just love it. I'm learning French, just like cinema French, which for us on the set is things like silence partout and silence for you, which are literally, but silence for everyone, I guess. But and place du monde, and they always say that right before. But I like he's testing me. It's good. I need that though. Je m'appelle Leto. I can't do that.
The 30 Seconds to Mars frontman's latest role spans centuries, time zones, and even lifetimes. Definitely a tale of grand proportions.
It's really a captivating story. It's a love story. It's a surrealistic adventure, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. It's cool. Mr. Nobody is an epic adventure through the possibilities of a person's life, and it's really about choices and how those affect your life. It's a fascinating look at how sometimes the smallest decisions that you make in life can have huge ramifications. Whether to say yes or no to a question can change who you fall in love with, what the name of your children are. This film is really challenging because some days I'll play 3 different versions of the same person, and what I mean by that is I play 12 different versions of the same person. Everything from a homeless version of one of the characters ends up on the street. Another one is 120 years old. Another one is on a spaceship in Mars. This character, actually, I have glasses, and I'm a father and more of kind of just a working guy. How are you?
Jared loves a challenge. He's known for making radical changes to suit a role. Here he's lucky. He's allowed to look a bit more normal.
Well, I do have some fake hair in the back. Business in the front, party in the back. Is that what they say? Hockey hair.
And he got to work with Canada's finest, a.k.a. Sarah Polley, who plays Mr. Nobody's wife. Mrs. Nobody?
I mean, I was a fan. I liked her work so much, but she is so great in this film, and it was such a pleasure to work with her. I really loved it and had a fantastic time. Working with Sarah was really interesting because I knew that she was a really good actress, but I wasn't aware, just being ignorant, I suppose, I wasn't aware how good.
Jared isn't too shabby either, and with big credits like Fight Club and American Psycho under his belt, he's in the spotlight for good.
Certainly, you know, the help of the media is wonderful to express your art and the creative elements, and for business, and you know, and there's also a slightly negative side sometimes that you have to deal with, but nothing that ever bothers me enough where I regret making the choices to make films or to make music. It can be great, and it can be, you know, devastating depending on the day and the opinion and what's happened. And you know, I've certainly experienced a little bit of both. I think it's a relationship, you know, in some way, and you have good periods and bad periods, and you can learn a lot from it. What's really fascinating to me is in some of the most, what people would say were the most successful times that I've had, have also been the most critical times, or some of the most, you know, some of the times that had, you know, seemingly had some negativity as well. And I think that's just a good metaphor for life in general, you know.
Who was in the best death scene of all time? We've got your answer, but first we've got your latest Hollywood buzz. Here's your E! News.